points, as always. This is a news platform right here, which has a different layout from what we were used to on the WordPress website. And like I mentioned, don't be overwhelmed by whatever the front end layout looks like at all. You know, when you join the company and they put you on a project, they will explain to you what the purpose of the website is. What from learning what the purpose of the website is, you will then know what kind of pages are there. For example, look at this particular website. It's got contacts, it's got features, it's got portfolio, magazine, news, and so on. But just basically looking at the top here, you can tell that, oh, this seems to be like a magazine or a news platform. Okay, so looking at the layout, you've got like your hero banner here, or let's just say the top banner, which has 3 grids, as you can see right here. Okay, and then you have these bits, which seems to be like a feature. It's a feature reel or carousel. Okay, you can call that like a carousel. Yeah, so call it like a carousel of the latest articles that have been posted. Okay, or the highlights. So all of these things, they have names that the business has agreed with the developers, to be called. So definitely, they have names that the developers have given to them on the back end. But again, you are not to worry about all of the blocks that you see on the front end. So I'll just take you through the key things which you would find useful, no matter what kind of project, Drupal project you find yourself working on, no matter what the website may look like. Yeah, the key things for you to know as someone that manages the website, that owns the website for the business, I'll be taking you through that now. So on the backend side, when you go to any Drupal website at all, the back end, any Drupal of the latest, I'll say from the version of 9, most especially, even from 7 up until date, they have similar layouts. They all look alike, like this. The developers might have added some extra things here. For example, on this particular website, the backend has a lot of items under the views. So usually, for a Drupal that is out of the box, you won't even find all of these items there. But depending on the requirement for the projects, developers would definitely add more items, to the backend. And again, another thing you might find out is that depending on the kind of access that you've been given, that would determine how many of these things that you actually see. So ideally, you are definitely going to have access to this view, which we call the people view, which is where you're going to be managing users. If you remember, on WordPress sites, they have what you call the users, right? They have the users view, whereby you can see the list of users, and then you can add users or delete users, basically manage users. Okay. Now, but on this one here, it's called content management system. Their own user view in Drupal. That's what they call it. So you've got configuration here. Configuration is basically useful if you want to configure like the user interface or the system and so on. But that's not going to be your job. Okay. So whatever I'm saying now, I'm just showing you a summary of what each of these links stand for or what they are used for. So the extend is really similar to what you have in WordPress, which is the plugins. Okay, the plugins in WordPress is similar to extend view in Drupal. Okay, so you can install a new module. So they call it module in Drupal instead of plugins that we have in WordPress. Okay, and also the appearance. Yeah, appearance. This is very similar to what we have in WordPress, whereby you can install a new theme. And remember, I said that a theme is just similar to having like a new skin. A theme is what dictates or what determines how the layout looks like on the front end side. Okay, so basically it's something similar to say you want to change the color from what this is looking at. Say we want to change it to, let me just pick this option. Uh, um, this is just an extra functionality. It doesn't fully explain what a theme is, but a theme just basically determines, I mean, it configures the front end layout completely. So you can change how all of these things look, how how a user can interact with them, just everything built within the theme. So when you change the theme on the back end, definitely all of that is going to change. It's going to affect everything that you see on the front end. But again, this is not going to be part of what you'll be asked to do, ideally. And then the structure is just giving you more details about, where you can configure the content types. And these are for developers mainly. So you won't be asked to go in there. The only thing you might be asked to go and do is to work on contact forms. Okay. And that is if the website you're working on has forms. So if not, then you won't be asked to do anything around structure. So there are two main menus here which you concern yourself with. The first one is the content view. Okay, and if you look at the content view, this is very similar to what you have in WordPress, which we call like the posts or the pages view. Just to refresh your memory, I'll try to quickly log into our WordPress backend. Okay, so while we wait for that to load up, I'll just continue. So the content is very important. You're going to find yourself working with the content a lot, and you want to be able to add new content. You want to be able to manage comments that users have left on your articles, and then you want to be able to manage files as well. So the files, that includes all kinds of media files, talk of PDF, talk of Word documents, and what have you. Oh, something is wrong with the. Okay, we'll come back to that anyway. Yeah. So I'll leave that. So that's what the content is. So you will find yourself working a lot with the content view, is because you will have to manage roles, existing roles that the developers have added in there for you. You have to manage the roles for users, and then you be managing their permissions as well. Okay, so that's what you'll be doing around here. So mainly you find yourself working with people and content. Okay, and while we are here on people, I'm just going to quickly add you guys so that you can play around with our Drupal platform in your free time. So I'm going to add. So to add a new user, so we can just use that, to talk about that. To add a new user, once you are on the people view, the people view is what we see now, the view. You will see under list of users, okay, there's a button here. So it can be any color, depending on what kind of theme you've installed. So it's not going to be always blue. But yes, you definitely find a button here. You click on the add user button. I'm going to be adding Femi first. .com. Just gonna add Femi there, and then I'll just generate a password for you. Yeah, and then active. The status, you definitely for the status, you are definitely just detecting whether, or you're indicating whether that user is blocked or active. But we want him to be active, and also we want him to be the administrator. And but mind you, in real life, there will be only very few administrators. I mean, I think ideally should not be more than 2, 3 administrators on a project. Yeah, I want to notify the user with let's choose United Kingdom for you. Oh, I think it's city. That should be London. Yeah. For time zone. Yeah. You don't need to add too much here. Just put Femi A. And then, yeah, that's created for you. Okay, so so it's got some issue here saying da. But yeah, you've been added to it, Femi. So I'll send you the admin dashboard link. So you click on the admin dashboard link, and your username will be your email address, and your password would be what I've pasted in our Zoom chats above. And then also, we're going to go to the next one, which is T-Crown. I'm going to be adding you now. So adding a new user like that. And I'll put T-Crown. Oh, so Femi, your username should be Femi. Yeah, that's right. Either use the Femi or use your email address. Yeah. So for T-Crown, we're going to use T-Crown as username. And then let's just generate a password. Which I've sent there. So it's going to be the same here. Active administrator. For some reason, you might not be able to receive an email. That's what this thing is saying to me. But yeah, we can't wait around to start fixing that. So I was on London just now, and then this thing has disappeared again. Yeah, there. All right. Okay, so create a new account. So yeah, so T-Crown, try to log in on your side as well. And you guys just let me know if you were able to log in successfully. Yeah, just let me know.
Yes, I'm logged in successfully now.
Amazing. Okay, cool. How about you, T-Crown? So I'll just take you really quickly through the content view. Okay. So now that you're logged in, so I want you to click on the content view as well on your end. And also have the front end open on another link. So that is, you've got the admin dashboard as well as the front end side of the projects of the website open on another browser. Oh, sorry, in another tab. Sorry. So in another tab, you want to have your website open like this, the livisode.com. Okay, or Livisode, however you want to call that one. So now, let me show you something really quickly here. All of these articles that you see on the front. Pardon?
There's no email from you. Okay.
Yeah, you won't get any email because there is an issue with the email system. So that's why I said the username. I've put in our Zoom chats your username and password, and as well as the link to the admin dashboard. So your username is T-Crown, or you use your email address. Yeah. So all of these articles that you see on the front end, they've been auto-populated by the Drupal system. Basically, this is the problem that's the headache of the developers. So it's not your headache. You know how all these things appear on the front end. So, but your work would be to actually create the pages using the correct content types on the back end. Now, what are content types? So this takes us to defining what the content type is. So the content type is basically what we call like the templates. All right. So is the templates of the page that you are creating. So depending on the business need, the templates a website might have up to like maybe 5, 10 dozen templates. Okay, depending on exactly what the business need requirements is or requirements are. Now, but for this particular project, you can see the content types that they have. They have articles. That is to say, the web producer must be able to create articles for the website, and they also have another content type called the basic page. So that is to say that the web producer must be able to create basic pages for the website. I think also if you go all the way down there, They also have video. That's another content